Hi all, I am Vivek Kumar and I welcome to my channel Buddhi Towards Wisdom. Last video we have seen stack and heap memory allocation with respect to a demo C# program. We have seen how value type and reference type variables are visualized in stack or heap memory allocation. If you have missed it or want to revisit it, please check the link in the description or click on the information card. There are a lot of videos and tutorials are coming in few days which will boost your knowledge in C#.NET programming. So don't miss it, like and subscribe. Today's video we are going to see stack versus heap memory allocation with respect to different parameters. We are going to see the exact difference between them in terms of memory allocation and how the cost involved in it. So let's begin. So let's see the stack and heap differences with respect to different parameters with myself. Here we have listed down all the parameters through which we are getting the difference of stack and heap. So start with the type of data structures. So as we know that stack is a linear data structure, so it is a type of data structure where data and information are stored and managed in a linear sequence. The data elements are arranged in linear such that the elements are directly linked to its previous and its next elements. It supports single level storage of data. The example you can see maybe a stack or array or queue. As in heap, it's a hierarchical data structure. It is a type of data structure where data or information are stored and managed in a non-linear sequence. The data elements are arranged in a non-linearly and it is supporting multi-level storage of data. Examples are tree and graph. We'll go to the next difference. So next difference is space management. Mainly in stack, space managed by the operating system and memory will never be fragmented. And if you want to know about the memory fragmentation, so let's see this slide. So you can see this picture and you can consider this whole complete block as our main memory space, and in that memory space we have allocated this color memory and this also, and whatever you are seeing the gray part or the dark part, these are the vested memory space. So what happens whenever you are saving or you are allocating something into your memory space, it occupies some set of memory and sometimes it gets vested. For example, here 50 KB we have occupied, and main thing is that in reality only 40 KB is occupied and 10 KB are got vested. Same way here 100 KB of memory we have occupied and reality 85 KB is only there and 15 KB memory are vested. So whenever you are allocating memory, so it doesn't gets allocated one by one. Some memory will be vested, and since it grows more and more, so vestage memory also grows more and more, and at the end of the after some time you will feel your memory is finished. So in Windows and all you can see we have a mechanism to do the disk fragmentation. So what it does, it either reduces this or it removes this vestige of memory. So that is a different concept, but let's go back and see. In the space management parameters, stack will be having a very less or never be fragmentation. The vestige of memory never happens. But in heap what happens, we have a fragmentation. So programmer user has to manage this explicitly. CLR will never deallocate the unused memory by itself, especially for unmanaged resources like images, video, and we have several data DB connections, strings, etc. So we have seen the fragmentation. It happens in this case. We can see a number of fragmentation issues in terms of heap memory allocation mechanism. So next we have accessing speed. So in stack, since it is arranged in linear way, so accessing the next element is faster. Hence accessing speed to next element is really very fast. But in heap, it is a data which are distributed, so it takes time to access the next element. Hence it is slower than stack. Next we have a space size parameter. We'll see how stack and heap is getting differentiated with respect to this space size. Since it is a fixed kind of memory, so has a limited or less size, and variables cannot be resized. This happens with the stack. And heap, there's no limit. It is a dynamic, so depend on machine architecture, variables can be resized and have enormous size. So you not have to bother about memory in terms of heap allocation. Next is how exactly the memory gets allocated in stack. So in stack, allocation is in continuous block, as it's a linear data structure. So one by one we are getting the memory allocation establishment. But in heap, it gets allocated in non-contiguous or random block, as it follows the non-linear data structure, hence it is non-contiguous. We'll see the last one is memory deallocation, automatically done by CLR, since it's stored in a stack in a linear fashion, so it can be deleted by CLR very easily. But in heap, what happens is it is done by CLR. CLR is nothing but a common language runtime. So we can be having a separate video on this one. This is also containing a very important role in C#.NET. So done by CLR using GC. GC is nothing but a garbage collection, so which collects the unused memory. Here this is also one concept. We are saying a few videos on it in the coming days. So we can just assume CLR does it through garbage collection mechanism, and it is required explicitly if you have some unmanaged resources. Okay, like you have some resource file, videos, audios, connection strings. So these things happens under unmanaged resources, and you have to explicitly do it. You can see here in the photo and this pic, right? Everything is really unmanaged. So deleting it, you need some special mechanism. So this is a GC where user will explicitly call it. So if you would like to know about this, about GC and CLR more, please write into the comment section. Based on your request, I will create the tutorial video for the same. As I told that again, we are creating the GC video tutorial and CLR video tutorials. But if you want it to be early, please write in the comment section. We will surely take that request. To conclude, stack and heap both are having their own pros and cons. So depend upon requirement, use it wisely. At the end, I have one question to you. Which is more costly? Not in terms of money, of course, in terms of access time and memory allocations. So I hope you have enjoyed and you have found this video informative. Please like and subscribe again, and bye for now, and happy learning.